Hello everyone, welcome to the Clarity 16.2.0 Feature Supportability Training. My name is Bill Yee. And today we're going to cover, as part of our top-down planning capabilities, we're going to review the hierarchy enhancements for 16.2.0. So what is new in the area of hierarchy enhancements? Well, we added our generic board layout to all of the hierarchy sub-objects. Now, this is the same board that we've added to other parts of Clarity, and it's available for both stock and custom sub-objects. And it's also available for investment and objective hierarchy types. And also, we have increased the hierarchy tree node limit from 500 to 3,000. So it's not only beneficial for the tree node in general, but allows customers to view more records within the timeline and in the grid for your hierarchies. So with that, let me show you a demo of both of these new features in the area of hierarchy enhancements. So let me first show you our new boards in our hierarchy sub-objects. So if you go inside this program hierarchy, and then let's go start at the first sub-object, which is risks, you see the ability to see the board within this particular the risk sub-object. Here I just have it for columns, but we also have the ability to configure swim lanes as you wish here too. We've also added the board to issues as well, and also for changes. All this is configurable, and then also you can also configure swim lanes there too. We've also added it to the staff area, so you can see in this area we're showing the columns based on resources and investment name. One thing to note related to if you're using the columns for the resources, there's a limitation right now, is that you will not be able to drag and drop, let's say, and change a resource, moving this business analyst to apply it to a particular resource. We don't have the replace capability within the board, so I think that's a limitation for this. I think the resource as used as a column or swim lane. Just keep that in mind. But other fields will work as they normally would within the board, but keep that in mind as one caveat within the staff. We've also enabled the board within a custom sub-object. This is one called deliverables, so we'll have the board there too. We've also enabled it for staff, for the status report rather, and enabled it there. But one area we haven't enabled it is for the financials sub-object here. There's some additional infrastructure work, and we're planning to address that in a later release. So those are the new enhancements for the board and hierarchy sub-objects. Let's now cover the increase tree node limit from 500 to 3,000. So let me go into an investment here. So this enhancement is for specifically for Postgres and Oracle users. It's still 500 for MS SQL. There's some additional work we need to do there, and we'll look at it, trying to address that in a later release. So before what I've done, I have one area. I'm going to use the auto import to populate this this hierarchy. Now we've optimized this auto import for the larger tree node limit, and I'm going to import. This is roughly around almost 2,500 nodes I'm going to import. So I click the auto import, and then it'll click the banner to import those investments, and then we're loading those investments. In addition to the loading, we're actually building out the the layout for this particular hierarchy. So we've seen it was almost 2,500 records that we've seen there in the banner. If you go to the different layouts, this is the double line. We've also added it for the horizontal all the different layouts. So when you change the layout, we have to rebuild and recalculate all the different metrics that you have as part of the tree. So just keep that in mind. And that's why we'll have the loading mask, because depending on how many records you have, it will be impacted. The layout that takes the longest is actually the compact layout, because it's the most advanced. It does additional processing to get that compact layout. So if you click on this one, it'll take a little longer than some of the other layouts that you picked before. This one's actually applying it, so as you can see, it takes a little more time for the compact layout, but just as you're coming through it. But they'll come back just like the rest of them. That's part of it. And last but not least, let me show you the tree layout as to with the larger amount of nodes. Now, one thing to note is that some people will like the increased node limit, not necessarily for the tree, but then when that actually go to the grid and see and able to aggregate more items within their hierarchy. So they actually get the total row here and aggregate more fields. So this is not just a benefit for the tree layout. It's for customers who want to do some more processing and more records within their hierarchies, and it's also available in the timeline as well. And one thing to note, if you're changing different layouts and going back to the tree, for example, we have to rebuild that layout as well, so you get the loading mask there, and it'll come back with it. And that concludes my demonstration of the new enhancements within hierarchy for 16.2.0.